crackled and burst into flames. The brittle lathing and pre-fire code insulation inside the walls ignited like kindling. The fire spread quickly. As he watched the firemen try in vain to bring the blaze under control, he extracted a dog-eared paperback book from the pocket of his winter coat. The boy had read and reread Success Can Be Yours countless times. Holy shit, he thought. It's true. Holding the book before him in the flickering light, he recited the author's words. Start by working harder than others could ever imagine. Then find the courage to take risks others only dream of. And you, too, can ascend the pinnacle of success. He gaped at the scene across the park, amazed at what he had accomplished. Then he disappeared into the night. Chapter 1. The crash sounded like a small bomb going off in the kitchen. Shit, said Sandra Olson, watching the puddle of orange juice grow beneath the spout of the sippy cup.
Sit, sit, sit,
little Sarah cried with delight as she pounded the tray of her high chair. Ken Olson looked up from his coffee and the Wall Street Journal as his wife and child engaged in that daily ritual of mortal combat called breakfast. Sandy, are you trying to instill all your bad habits in our daughter before she turns 3? Sandy knelt down with a paper towel to clean up the mess. With her other hand, she picked up the sippy cup, licked the spout as if to remove the germs it acquired on the floor, and handed it back to Sarah. I think for now we're okay. You can't tell what she's saying because her elocution sucks. Sucks, 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 the 2-year-old sang out. Sandy winced and silenced little Sarah with a spoonful of cereal. Ken, she said quietly, I have a confession to make. I've got to be at the airport at 8, Ken said as he gulped down the last of his coffee. The tall, thin, 34-year-old executive with blonde hair and pale blue eyes was focused on making his getaway. Pennington wants me to pick him up at the company jet. Me. Just me. After months of sitting in crowded conference rooms trying to make an impression on this guy, I finally got time alone with him. I've been working on this town meeting of his for 2 weeks, and today is the big... Ken, Sandy insisted as she pushed her dark, shoulder-length hair off her forehead and flashed her big brown eyes. You're not listening to me. Even barefoot, in old sweats, wearing no makeup and half her baby's breakfast, she had the power to stop him dead in his tracks. She cocked her pretty oval face to one side and stood up straight, making her short, buxom body as tall as she could, her hands resting defiantly on her full, round hips, a pose that just dared him to ignore her. I said I have a confession to make. Ken froze in place. Okay, Sandy, he pleaded and raised his watch arm in the air. Please, make it fast. I don't know why you're in such a hurry to go pick up the bastard who's coming to fire everybody's ass. Listen, he said, exasperated. I know for a fact that he's interested in my turnaround plan. He made that clear at the last meeting of the leadership circle. And besides, I hardly think he'd be videotaping himself and all the employees at the town meeting if he were going to announce that everyone's getting laid off. She gave him the big brown eyes again, full blast. Ken, I've been job hunting for you on the internet. He started inching toward the door. I sent your resume to a bunch of headhunters, made a pretty impressive presentation of your career. Ken stopped in mid-slink. You did what? I'm trying to get you a new job. Ken fought a wave of anger. Jesus, Sandy! You can't just send my resume around. You have no right. If word got out, do you know what that would do to my career? We get graded on commitment. How do you think I've gotten a promotion every year? And made it to the leadership circle, and got Tom Pennington to notice me and read my reports. I'm really starting to make some headway. Don't you get it? What about your commitment to our life? Sandy demanded. What about our freaking life? What's wrong with our life? Ken gestured at the well-appointed kitchen.